The Antelope and His Friends. Long ago, in the heart of an ancient Indian forest, three unlikely friends lived happily beside a sparkling stream. A graceful golden-brown antelope, a bright-crested woodpecker, and a wise old turtle shared their days together, looking out for one another like the truest of companions. Their bond was unbreakable, for each knew that in friendship lay their greatest strength. But danger lurked in the shadows of the forest. A cunning hunter crept through the trees, searching for prey. He set leather snares along the forest paths near the stream, hiding them carefully under leaves and twigs. The traps lay in wait, silent and deadly, ready to catch any unsuspecting creature that wandered by. That evening, as the antelope made his way to the stream for a drink of water, his slender leg stepped right into the hidden leather snare. The trap snapped tight around his ankle. He pulled and struggled with all his might, but the strong leather only dug deeper into his skin. In desperation, the antelope cried out loudly for his friends. Hearing their friends' desperate cries, the woodpecker and the turtle rushed to the antelope's side. Without wasting a moment, the little turtle crawled to the snare and began gnawing through the tough leather strap with her strong jaws. Bite after bite, she chewed steadily, her wise old eyes filled with fierce determination. "Hold on, dear friend," she said. "I will free you." Just then, the hunter returned to check his trap. He came crashing through the bushes, eager to claim his catch. But the brave woodpecker flew straight at the hunter's face, pecking furiously at his eyes and nose. "You shall not take our friend." The hunter swatted and stumbled, blinded by the fierce little bird's attack, buying precious time for the turtle to keep gnawing the snare. At last, with one final determined bite, the turtle chewed through the leather snare. The antelope sprang free and bounded away to safety. But the poor turtle, exhausted from her long and tireless gnawing, was too slow to escape. The angry hunter, having chased away the woodpecker, spotted the helpless turtle. He snatched her up and stuffed her into his leather bag. "If I cannot have the antelope," he growled, "at least I will have turtle soup tonight." But the antelope had not forgotten the friend who had saved him. He circled back and appeared on the path ahead of the hunter, pretending to limp badly on one leg, as if injured and easy to catch. The greedy hunter's eyes lit up with excitement. He dropped his bag with the turtle on the ground and ran after what he thought was an easy meal. The antelope limped just fast enough to stay ahead, leading the hunter farther and farther from the stream. While the hunter chased the antelope deeper into the forest, the woodpecker flew back to the abandoned bag. The turtle, still inside, managed to wriggle free from the loosened bag and crawled quickly to the safety of the stream, slipping into the cool water. Far away, the antelope, swift as the wind, easily outran the foolish hunter and vanished into the forest. The three friends reunited by their beloved stream, overjoyed and grateful. They had saved each other through courage, cleverness, and the unbreakable bond of true friendship. Moral: true friends stand by each other in times of danger, and together they can overcome any challenge. The Elephant and the Dog. In the great city of Benares, the king owned a splendid royal elephant who lived in a grand stall in the palace grounds. One day, a small stray dog wandered in, drawn by the delicious smell of rice. Cautiously, the little dog crept closer, nibbling at the grains that fell while the great elephant ate. Days passed, and an unlikely friendship blossomed. The little dog returned every day, and the great elephant welcomed him warmly. Soon they were playing together like old friends. The dog would swing gleefully from the elephant's trunk, and the elephant would gently toss him in the air, catching him safely every time. The bond between them grew deeper than anyone could imagine. The elephant refused to eat unless the little dog was beside him. The dog would eat nowhere else but the elephant's stall. At mealtimes, the elephant would carefully lower rice for his small friend, and the dog would sit contentedly on the elephant's broad back. Then one terrible day, a villager passed by and took a liking to the little dog. He offered the mahout some coins and carried the dog away to his distant village. The elephant watched helplessly as his dearest friend was taken from him, his great eyes filling with sadness and despair. From that day, the great elephant fell into deep sorrow. He refused to eat a single grain of rice. He would not drink water nor allow anyone to bathe him. Day after day, he stood alone in his stall, growing thinner and weaker, his once bright eyes now dull with grief. The mighty elephant was wasting away from a broken heart. The worried king sent his wisest minister to find out what was wrong. The minister examined the elephant carefully but found no illness. Then he gently asked the keepers a simple question: did this elephant have a dear companion? The mahout's face fell as he confessed he had sold the dog. The minister understood at once. The minister advised the king to issue a royal proclamation throughout the land: whoever has the elephant's dog must return it at once. When the villager heard the decree, he quickly released the little dog. And oh, how that faithful dog ran! He raced through fields and roads, all the way back to Benares, straight to his beloved elephant's stall. The overjoyed elephant gently lifted his little friend with his trunk and placed him lovingly on his head. Tears of happiness streamed from both their eyes. From that day forward, the elephant ate heartily again, and the two friends were never separated. For they had learned what we all must know: true friendship knows no boundaries. Moral: true friendship knows no boundaries. The bonds of love between kindred spirits are among the most powerful forces in the world. The Three Friends and the Banyan Tree. On the beautiful slopes of the Himalayas, near a magnificent banyan tree with sprawling roots and a wide green canopy, there lived three dear friends: a wise partridge, a lively monkey, and a gentle elephant. They spent their days together in this peaceful forest home, sharing food and stories beneath the great tree's shade. But as time passed, the three friends began to disagree and argue. They spoke over each other and nobody listened. Without order or mutual respect, their friendship became strained and their daily life grew chaotic and unhappy. One day, the partridge spoke up calmly. "Friends, we cannot go on like this. We should find out who among us is the eldest, and honor that one as our guide. This will bring us peace and order." The monkey and the elephant thought about it and agreed that this was a wise idea. They gathered under the great banyan tree to settle the question. The elephant spoke first with a deep, rumbling voice. "When I was just a baby, this banyan tree was nothing but a tiny bush. I could walk right over it, and its highest branches barely reached my belly." The partridge and monkey nodded thoughtfully. The monkey then shared his memory with an excited grin. "I remember this tree when it was still a young sapling. I could sit right on the ground and reach up to eat its topmost sprouts without even stretching, so I must be older than our friend the elephant." The elephant looked impressed and bowed his great head. Then the partridge spoke quietly but with great dignity. "Friends, long ago I ate the fruit of a great banyan tree far away from here. I carried the seed in my belly and planted it at this very spot. This magnificent tree that shelters us all grew from my seed. I have known this tree since before it was even born." The monkey and elephant stared in amazement. The monkey and the elephant bowed before the wise partridge with deep respect. "You are the eldest among us," they said together. "From this day forward, we shall honor you and follow your wise counsel." The partridge accepted their respect with humility and grace, promising to guide them fairly and kindly. From that day on, the three friends lived in perfect harmony under the banyan tree. The wise partridge guided them with kindness, the monkey and elephant showed respect and followed his counsel, and their forest home was filled with peace and joy. Together, they proved that honoring wisdom and respecting elders brings happiness to all. Moral: respecting wisdom and honoring elders brings harmony and peace to all.